just going to be a majority that finds a way to work with Nixon and passes bills in which both sides sort of accomplish something?
Under Catherine Hanaway and Rod Jetton, we've sent bills from the House to the Senate and got them back. We've sent bills to Governor Holden and got them back. And we sent bills to Governor Blunt and got them back. I suspect there'll be some of all that.
Representative Governor-elect Nixon has claimed the mandate because he got nearly 60% of the vote, in particular with the 2005 Medicaid cuts. Does Nixon have a mandate to restore those cuts?
The governor was elected by 60%. We have 89 back because we made eligibility to Medicaid an important topic. So, you know, we'll have a discussion about that. But under Representative Doug Urban and Rob Shaw and Dr. Wayne Cooper and Representative Brian Pratt, we're going to have a bill that addresses health care, and we'll be sending it out soon.
He said that he needs $265 million to restore. Do you agree with the figure? Do you think he can find that?
I'll let Alan Ice. Alan's you here? Sure. Alan, come on up here. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, I'm new at this job, so I mean, all the help I can get, so I would appreciate the press's diligence, and that's why I'll have patience with y'all. So Alan, you want to?
Thank you. There is a range, and of course, when you're dealing with the state's Medicaid system, state's welfare system, it really depends on the number of people who qualify. I believe Governor-elect Nixon's number is in the 250 range. Office of Administration did I think a fairly in-depth analysis a few months ago, possibly during summer. Their number was, I believe, more like 325 to 350 million. So there is a wide disparity, which is not surprising given the difficulty of the topic on how much general revenue that would actually cost.
Is there room, though, to work with him on Medicaid cuts, or what are your thoughts?
As I've said, and you can ask some of the Democrat members on the Budget Committee, I certainly try to work with the minority party on areas we can agree, and there will obviously be areas that we disagree, which is not surprising. I'm willing to sit down and discuss the issues. Of course, the bottom line is we as a state have to have a balanced budget, both for the governor and the House and Senate.
Mr. Speaker,
yes.
Last time we had a Democratic governor, budget shortfall, and Republican legislature, it led to near gridlock with catcalls from and Bronx cheers from Republicans in the House chamber when the governor spoke to the legislature trying to raise taxes. What are the chances that happens again?
I don't think that's probably a good idea, behavior in the General Assembly. So we'll try to work with the governor when we can. We recognize that he has been elected by a majority of the people. We respect that. We respect his office. We respect his ideas. But the Republicans in the House will hold true to their issues and values since 2002. We'll have full and open debate, and we'll light up the board and see where we go.
Is there any willingness by the Republican side in this legislature and House to discuss any kind of tax increases or euphemistic revenue enhancements to deal with?
I suspect there are those that would like to talk about a tax increase. That probably will not get too far under my leadership. We're just not prepared to go for tax increases. Let me tell you that I believe, just as I was elected and made chairman of economic development, I do agree with the governor on job creation and economic development. If we come together, as we did with Governor Holden, and create jobs, and give people good, high-paying jobs, well-training, that we can raise people to have more respect for their families and their cities and their ability to educate their kids and to send them to college if they so choose. So the House of Representatives had it right for a number of years. We've been doing job creation since we got here. We'll continue to do that. That we agree on. I haven't had a conversation with the governor. I don't know what his priorities are, but I will be there talking to him. And if you know me and know what I've been doing up here, I'm a good listener. I'm happy to work with the other side when we can, and you can look forward to bipartisanship. If you remember legislation that we did on job creation, we passed out of my committee with no opposition, with the ranking member Fred Cracky and Mike Corcoran at my side, and we've debated those issues time and time again with the better of all Missouri, whether it's union, not union, St. Louis, or Southwest or Southeast Missouri.
Would it be fair to say that any tax increase proposal Is that on arrival in this Missouri House?
I would say it would be fair that it's been the tradition of Republicans in the House to not accept tax proposals. I will let you see what happens when it goes to I send it to the committee and see if it gets out of committee. But I'm not too excited about tax increases, but we'll let it go the process. And those members, whether Democrats or Republicans, that want a tax increase, we might let them try to defend that and see where it goes. We may not, but let's just have a little time. We're still celebrating, and we believe 89 is a good, solid majority, and we're here to serve and do our best, and we're looking forward to coming back for a lot more years.
Do you see any likelihood of a special session this fall, as has been talked about by the Lieutenant Governor?
I've just had one conversation with Lieutenant Governor about a special session, have not heard anything else, so I don't know.
Situation with the budget, as you know, can you say right now whether there'll be any specific cuts in any programs?
If you remember, we did a pretty good job of having a balanced budget. I just returned from a speakers conference, and we're about 11 or 12 states that have a positive balance, and we're going to use that through the tough times. That's one reason that we were elected, because we're one of the few states that managed to save our money and spend it wisely under Alan Ice's leadership. We're going to do what's necessary, and Alan will be leading us on the budget, and we'll see where it goes. But, initially, we've got a cash balance. That's better than 2/3 of the other states.
You mentioned